Yeah, the two films. The first film, let's start over. Thank you for having us. This is really cool to be a part of this. Hopefully it continues for many years. This is really important to have sort of a local sort of awareness for sustainable issues and stuff. And I started this sort of documentary on these people on Chapman Street that were trying to open this sustainable building supply place called 4 Branches Sustainable Building Materials. And as I was hanging out there and filming them as they were going about their business, all these people would kind of come in with all these like great ideas and stuff, like local businesses and stuff that had like sustainable products or whatever. Builders like the Miller's Furniture, I don't know if you've ever seen that building downtown, like he would like come in and he was trying to figure out how he could like renovate while being sustainable. And then one day there's this guy that came in from Earthstone, and he was really excitable, and so he came in and he was like really excited about his product, Earthstone, and he saw me filming and he was like, "What are you doing right now?" And I was like, "I don't really know." He's like, "Okay, you're coming to my factory." And so I just followed him to his factory, and so it's this sort of short vignette of sort of another person in Greensboro that's doing something sustainable, but basically he was a commercial photographer for many years. This is like all around North Carolina and stuff, and as sort of micro stock photography sites like took off, where you basically anyone can sort of submit to a website and sell their photos or whatever, and it's like basically put him out of business because it was really cheap for businesses to sort of just buy photos instead of hiring a photographer, and so he didn't really know what to do. And he was talking one day with one of his friends who was a contractor, and the contractor was lamenting that every month he had to spend like $300 to sort of throw away all this granite from his like granite countertop installations. And so he got the idea to make tiles out of these like countertop installations. And he went over to, forget the name of that place, the place on Spring Garden that they are now sort of trying to rezone or whatever. And he got them to manufacture a machine for him to sort of stamp these tiles. And he just started a business called Earthstone, which is basically he started small, and now he just goes around to different sites, picks up their granite, like waste granite that they would have to just throw away, and then he makes tiles out of them and then sells them to contractors for really, really cheap. And so it's a completely sustainable sort of practice that never would have happened otherwise, and it's happening in Greensboro. And it's pretty cool. I mean, I guess the film will kind of explain all this because it's sort of a documentary and stuff. But yeah, I guess that works.
Thank you.
Earthstone Products started about 2 years ago. I went to work as a consultant with a friend of mine in the granite business, and he was spending a lot of money throwing his scrap away. He wanted to do something better for the environment. So, long story short, we came up with this process. A local manufacturer made our machines for us. We applied for a patent for this process, and we have a U.S. patent pending as of right now. We started Earthstone Products because we're also selling these machines as well through a distributor to the granite fabricators, and to help them recycle their material on a much smaller scale than Earthstone. And we started Earthstone Products as a beta test site for those guys buying the machine. And then we found out the builders loved it, the homeowners loved it. With the big green movement, it's a perfect product. The state of North Carolina came in a year and a half ago and certified Earthstone as a granite recycling center. This is used in the food industry to store like vinegar, corn syrup, stuff like this, and these were going to be thrown away. We recycle these, cut the tops off, and we use these as our bins where we pick up our material. And we'll walk this way. As a granite fabricator, 30% of a granite slab ends up being waste and is thrown in the landfill at a very expensive cost, because not only do you have to pick it up and transport it there, but you also pay about $40 a ton. Granite weighs 16 pounds a square foot. Our trucks go out and pick up these tubs full of granite. We have a patented machine that stamps it out. So this is our raw material. This is all the scrap that comes in from the granite fabricators, and as you can see, there's some huge pieces here. All this would have gone in the landfill. Every piece of this would have gone in the landfill. This is our patented machine here. It's called a stone cycler, made here in Greensboro. And these are 50 tons. They generate 50 tons of force. And we have different size dies. We take our pieces of granite, put it in there. The guys will push a button and 50 tons of pressure comes down, stamps it out. Let me get you some pieces of granite. Here, you stamp it out, Marco. Come over here and watch this. There you go. That's it. Now you got a, here you go. You've got a floor tile, or you got a paver. This is going to be a floor tile because it's fiberglass backed. If it's going to be a paver, Marco will stamp them out, put it on the conveyor system, and it goes to this other machine over here. It's called a shot blaster. With this machine, we also wanted something that could texturize the back of our stone because granite is somewhat slippery. We wanted the old look to it. There's several processes we could have used. One is flaming. Well, that uses water and it uses a large amount of either propane or natural gas. The other was with a high pressure water, but then you've got a water recycling issue. So this is called a shot blaster. We use, it uses tiny recycled steel BBs. This is all recycled steel. And this machine is self-contained. So what you'll have here, coming off the line, here's the shiny side. This is now going to be a paver. So we use the back side. It goes through this machine. It's all self-contained. It throws the steel shot at it, which is all recycled and reused. It has a dust collection system. We even use the dust. We give that away to the installers so they can use it as their base when they set the pavers. And let me show you the finished piece. So it comes out the other side looking like this. Here again, there's your shiny side. There's a shot blasted side. It has a much greater texture and the edges are rounded off. So when it comes off the line, our guys will segregate it into colors. We have a light blend and a dark blend. We actually used recycled pallets. These pallets, a lot of them were going in the landfill. We rescued these. We buy them from a local supplier, and we reuse the pallets. And then we have distributors that sell this all over the North and South Carolina, Virginia. Let me show you some of our finished products. These are different colors, our interior floor tile. These happen to be 9x9s. As you can see, they come in a huge assortment of different colors. Same thing with our pavers. They come in a light blend and a dark blend. And I've got some examples I can show you over here, some installs next door at the Revolution Mill. This entire floor you're looking at is trash. 1,000 square feet here. Takes about 3 days. The really interesting thing, I think, the positive aspect of this is that there's about 8 or 10 different colors here. And of course, this is our warm blend, but they all work well together. I'm going to show you the most beautiful bathroom floor in the world. There's about 30 different colors here. And they were just, they wanted a variety of colors. And we just picked them random. We did some research a while back on how much granite pavers cost, like at a Lowe's, and this is retail. The average retail price was $11 a square foot. Our product retail, and it's recycled, is $7 a square foot. So it's a pretty huge savings. It's all trash. We call our process trash into cash.